in my pajamas in my apartment and I'm sitting on my floor, so excuse the informality, but this news was too big for me to wait until tomorrow to talk to you about. Dave Weigel and Sean Sullivan of the Washington Post around 10 minutes ago broke this. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez of New York, you might have heard of her, she is going to endorse Bernie Sanders at his rally in Long Island City this weekend. So when I had previously spoken to her in June, July, over the summer, she said she was going to wait until the New York primary to endorse. And I speculated, that's not going to happen. That's way too long. The New York primary is way too far down the line, but that was kind of the thing that she was talking about. Here's from the Washington Post. We're looking forward to Saturday, said Corbin Trent, a spokesman for Ocasio-Cortez. Sanders teased the rally at Tuesday night's presidential debate, saying he would have a special guest appearing with him in New York. Now, I'm looking to cover that rally, and I had been unable to find the way for the press to sign up, so I knew there was something special that was going to happen, and it looks like this is the special thing that's going to happen. So, another person with knowledge of the Congresswoman's plans who spoke on the condition of anonymity to describe the decision that has not been yet announced publicly confirmed the endorsement. Sanders campaign officials declined to comment, but it seems like it's happening. So it is happening. The Washington Post would not report on this if it wasn't going to happen. So this is arguably the largest endorsement for a presidential candidate in the country, for anyone. I mean, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is an absolute lightning rod, one of the undisputed leaders of the progressive movement. And she got her start as someone who was organizing for Bernie Sanders. So I always thought she would endorse Bernie all along. And it makes the most sense because their priorities are so in line. Medicare for all, the Green New Deal, which Bernie has been a huge champion of, along with Ed Markey in the Senate, and other policy priorities that they are so close on. And it just makes a ton of sense. Now, she's the first of the squad to make such an endorsement. I could see Ayanna Pressley endorsing Elizabeth Warren. I believe she hasn't made an announcement yet. Correct me if I'm wrong, but because she's from Massachusetts. But this article also talks about how basically this is kind of bad news for Elizabeth Warren. The endorsement could be a blow for Senator Elizabeth Warren, who, like Sanders, is running on a platform of sweeping liberal change and who has emphasized her role as a female pioneer. Ocasio-Cortez has worked as a volunteer organizer for Sanders' 2016 presidential bid. She was recruited to run for Congress by Justice Democrats, blah, blah, blah. So the connections were always there. And once again, this is about policy for AOC. This isn't that hard to figure out. Now, all of the pundits are going to be wondering, is it a problem that she didn't endorse the female progressive candidate in the race? No. Ocasio-Cortez has, from the start of her political career, been inspired by Bernie Sanders, so this makes complete sense. And frankly, guys, this is much needed for the Bernie Sanders campaign. So he had a great debate performance tonight. He was the best guy up on that stage. I said he's the comeback kid, so he had a lukewarm debate 1 performance, best candidate on the stage in debate 2. Debate 3 was bad. With his voice, he was visibly tired. He couldn't get a word in. Debate 4, he killed it. So he's the comeback kid when it comes to these debate performances. And now with this Ocasio-Cortez endorsement, I'm not kidding, guys, this is going to move the polling significantly. So now we really got a race on our hands. I did not see this coming this quickly. I was like, look, Warren, she really was leading Bernie in a national polling average by 8 or 9 points. That's going to narrow a lot because while I've been frustrated by the cognitive dissonance of some of the Yas Queen liberals of the pink hat people, who I say that with love, but also a little bit making fun of them. They love Ocasio-Cortez, but they hate Bernie Sanders. And I'm like, if you were really looking at policy, that wouldn't make any sense because they are so close on policy. You're just doing this based on cultural identifying factors. But Ocasio-Cortez was never like that. She was always about the policy, and that's why she's going to be endorsing Bernie Sanders, according to the Washington Post. So again, Ocasio-Cortez plans to appear with Sanders at a Bernie's Back rally Saturday in Queens, just outside the boundaries of Ocasio-Cortez's district. It is not immediately clear what the other 3 members of the squad plan to do, which is okay. So I touched on that. Ayanna Pressley has not endorsed. So this is really, really big. I can't I can't underestimate this, or I can't undervalue how important this is for the Bernie Sanders campaign. I'm seeing from the live chat that Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib have just endorsed him. I'm gonna just really quick and dirty Google that right now just to make sure I'm not reporting anything that's wrong, because that would be a pretty important development, guys. Ilhan Omar. Wow. Thank you, live chat people. Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib will also endorse Sanders. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Thank you. That was from what I see, CNN politics reporter Greg Krieg. So huge, huge, huge. I love our viewers. The live chat is breaking news for me. I can't believe this development. So this is a historic night for the Bernie Sanders campaign, truly. Truly, truly. My guess is that Ayanna Press is going to endorse Elizabeth Warren because she's from Massachusetts, which totally makes sense and totally respectable. But I'm sure that the Warren campaign was coveting the Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib endorsements, and this makes the divisions within the Sanders and Warren camps much starker to the average voter, and we're gonna have to see. So fascinating stuff. I had to jump on this live and tell you guys about it. Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez have endorsed Senator Sanders for President of the United States. Thanks, guys.